Howdy folks, and welcome to another playthrough of XCOM 2, War of the Chosen. As you might remember from our last video, we started a multiple part mission where we're getting the Reapers and the Skirmishers together, hopefully to get these two resistance factions to work together. We have escorted Elena Dragonovka to the extraction point on the way to the meeting point. We killed a bunch of Lost on the way here, and we're about to move our last soldier into the extraction point and end the mission. So let's go ahead and get this done, and we'll go and meet the skirmishers.
Affirmative, moving out. You should have a clear path through now. Second squad is already en route to Mox. Proceed to the rendezvous and await their arrival.
Oh, we'll be there.
Oh, I bet you will. Mainly because I busted my ass to get you there. Alright, there's Firebrand dropping off our other squad of 2 people to meet the skirmisher on the way, and this doesn't look good.
Stay focused.
Uh-oh.
We may have a bigger problem here.
Oh, this does not look good.
I'm guessing that's our man. Well, our contact anyway.
Kraksad. Advent. Hobbit. Moxtola. 410. They were sent
Well.
to hunt, to purge the Drop 10, the Lost. Our meeting point is still secure. She is free of the imposter gods. I would give anything that all my kind could say the same. Even sit down with your Reapers. Now, we must go.
Hey, speaking of Betos, the leader of the skirmishers, who we'll hear from here in a second.
Rendezvous with Outrider is further ahead. Proceed through this district as quickly as possible, but be careful. Something tells me this city still has a few more surprises to throw our way.
Surprises are the least of our worries today. It is these Reapers of yours that are of true concern.
We, the skirmishers, were created by the false gods of this world to serve and die as their puppets. We retain all that we were and more, and our prowess in battle serves us well in our cause. In close combat, none can stand opposed to us.
Alright, there were 2 more voices you might recognize. Well, one maybe more than the other. Pray Tell Mox is voiced by Michael Dorn. Everybody's favorite Klingon, Lieutenant Commander Worf from Star Trek The Next Generation and Star Trek Deep Space Nine. And Betos, the leader of the skirmishers, you might have a little more trouble identifying. I forget her name right offhand, but that is the actress that played Lieutenant Tasha Yar from the first couple seasons of Star Trek The Next Generation. They definitely must be fans of the Star Trek cast. They got quite a few of them voicing characters in this DLC. I think there's at least 1 or 2 more that I recognize immediately. I'll point them out when we come across. For now, we're going to be in charge of our 2 soldiers, as well as Pray Tell Mox, and we get an overview of the skirmisher abilities here. The skirmishers are equipped with a new weapon, the bullpup rifle. It's basically a submachine gun, and they can use it differently than other soldiers. Usually a soldier can fire on their turn and that will end their turn, or they can move and then fire, and that will end their turn. The skirmishers are a little bit different. If they move and fire on their turn, it will still end it like anybody else. But if they fire first on their turn, they still get to take a second shot. So they can shoot twice on their turn as long as they don't move, which is extremely helpful when they're in a good position and they have to take out a large group of enemy forces, kind of like the Lost. They also come equipped with a grappling hook on their armor. You'll probably see it later on. It's a lot like the spider suit, which we get for the XCOM forces, but they actually start out with it. And they get a special attack that goes along with it, as well as being able to use it to move around the battlefield and get to higher ground much more easily. They have an ability called Justice, which allows them to fire the grappling hook at an enemy foe and pull the enemy to them, and then strike them with the melee hit. It's kind of like Scorpion from Mortal Kombat with the whole get over here kind of thing. It's pretty cool, and they are very useful in melee combat. We'll probably get a chance to see that at some point during this mission. But for now, let's go ahead and move across the battlefield. As you can see, our extraction point's just right down here at the end of this street. So, let's get ourselves moving. Again, we have no timer, so we're going to go fairly nice and slow. Keep our people in Overwatch as much as we can. And see what we see. Of course, judging from the fact that there's a bunch of bodies around here and some more of these radioactive pod thingies, we'd probably guess that there's going to be some Lost around here somewhere. So we want to be careful. Alright, no sign of anybody yet. A lot of abandoned buildings around here. Looks like a lot of fuel or oil barrels, gas tanks and whatnot. That could be potentially hazardous if we accidentally shoot them. Not only could it do some damage to us, but as I said in the last episode, the Lost seem to be drawn to explosions, so if them things blow up, it could be bad for us and pull a lot of Lost in our direction. We don't really want that to happen, so got to be careful where we're shooting.
Don't remember seeing these things before.
You were not meant to. Purifiers were created with a singular purpose, to contain the Drakten, the Lost. We must eliminate this patrol quickly before others arrive.
Fine by me. Take them down.
Alright, these are a new Advent unit. As Mox just explained, we weren't really meant to ever meet these guys. They are purifiers, and their job is to come into these abandoned cities and eliminate the Lost. And because of that, they are equipped with a flamethrower. It's a very nasty weapon. It can set your troops on fire, as well as most of the ground around them where it's shot at. And they have an unfortunate habit of blowing up when you kill them. I'm not sure the exact percentage chance of it to happen, but it seems like it's probably about half the time. When you kill one of these guys, the fuel tank on their back blows up and does damage to everything around them. So you definitely don't want to kill these guys in melee combat. And you want to make sure that you're not close when you shoot them either. So, you got one over here, and this one ran over here and hid himself behind another pod. This guy doesn't really have a good shot on either one, so we'll go ahead and move our other crew up and see what we can do before we bother doing anything with this guy. However, one nice thing to take note of is with the flamethrower, these guys don't exactly have exceptional range. So given the distance between him and our closest troop right now, you can almost be guaranteed on his next turn he's going to be moving up to fire. So Overwatch is probably going to be fairly helpful.
Rücke zu Zielkoordinaten vor.
Now, since attacking from higher ground is always going to be beneficial, and Mox has his grappling hook, I think it might be in our best interest to have him grapple up to the roof here and give him a nice shot down on these other two guys. So, the higher the better. I think right up here is perfect.
Changing position.
And since using the grappling hook doesn't count as an action, he still has his 2 actions to go. So, we've got him here, 94% chance to hit, and he's being flanked. So I think we got a good shot at taking him out. And we'll go ahead and do that. Alright, 1 hit wasn't enough, only did 4 damage. So we'll use his second action to shoot at him again, and this should take him out. As you can see here, we got an ability point. I'll explain those a little more later. Basically, it's their way of kind of rewarding us for playing the game the way we're supposed to. Basically, flanking enemies, attacking from higher ground, ambushing from concealment, and so on. Those are the ways that we gain ability points.
You weren't kidding when you said
Okay.
those tanks could explode. Careful with these things. We don't need to take any unnecessary chances.
Well, as you can see, when I killed that guy, it blew him up. I started a nice little fire. So, that's probably not good, seeing as the Lost are drawn to explosions. We don't have a great shot on the other guy, so I think we're going to go ahead and put, well, let's see. He does have to move quite a distance to get a shot on us. I think we're going to move over here into better cover with this guy. Especially since we don't want to be near a vehicle when it blows up. And we'll move him over here into cover. And hopefully the other guy won't get a chance to shoot. He'll move, and he'll do a double move. And wind up right next to an explosive tank. Isn't that helpful? Alright, so I'm not sure what the range on this explosion is going to be. I don't want to get caught in it, that's for damn sure. So I think I'm going to move this guy back a little bit. And we're going to target the tank, which is right here. It'll be an automatic hit. And hopefully it'll kill that guy in one shot when it blows up.
Patrol has been liberated. May their lives
Alright.
not be lost in vain. We must push forward and complete our mission.
Works for me. Move out.
Okay.
So, not only did that tank blow up when we shot it, but it looks like the purifier blew up as well. So we got a nice double explosion out of that. Alright, no sign of the Lost yet. But we completed one objective and eliminated the adamant strike team. So, we'll go ahead and proceed on toward the extraction point.
Bin dabei.
I will go.
I don't want to stay up there since the building's on fire, so we'll move on down here. And we'll reload Max.
Must reload now.
Alright, we'll move on up and reload with the other guy as well.
On Overwatch.
And we'll move on up.
As you order. I will watch.
On the move. Overwatch. Mir entgeht nichts.
And we'll go ahead and overwatch everyone there just because this one was lagging behind a little bit. So now we'll go ahead and move on up.
Moving to position.
Oh my, this does not look good at all.
This is no patrol. It's an army.
Yes, one we do not have time to face.
Everyone, get back!
Wow, that was pretty badass. You go, Max.
Purifiers may be down, but unfortunately, that was our extraction point.
I fear that is not the worst of it. Multiple biological signatures rapidly on approach to your position.
The lost. The sounds of combat excite them. They are drawn to it.
You just blew up a fuel truck?
There was no other choice. Find an alternate exit. We will deal with the lost. Draklar. Dashers. They are not as docile as the rest of their kind.
An apt description. It would seem the mutation has somehow accelerated these Dashers' metabolism, allowing enhanced speed and agility, with a corresponding increase in aggression.
Well, alright then. While that was definitely effective at dealing with that group of Advent, blowing up that fuel truck took out our extraction point. Now that it's all on fire, and it summoned a whole bunch of Lost. And as Tigan just explained, we got a new breed of Lost here. We got the Dashers. They got a little bit more health than the ones that we saw in the last part of the mission, and they also move faster. So that's going to be a little bit of a problem. We got 4 turns we have to hold this position so that they can find us a new extraction point. What are we going to do? Well, the Lost only fight in melee combat, so I think if we can get to the roof of a building and block off all the ways up, would probably be our best choice. This building right here seems like it's going to give us a good line of sight on all the Lost, so I think that's what we're going to do. Looks like only 2 ladders up, one on that side, one on this side, so if we can put someone at the top of each ladder, the Lost won't be able to come up, and we'll be able to just pick them off from the rooftop. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to move this guy up here.
I'm all over it.
Also gives us line of sight on most of the Lost around here. And unfortunately we don't have enough movement with this guy to get up over here. So we'll just have to run over here into cover and hope that nobody gets to us. Actually no, that's probably a bad idea. We're going to run him over here and put him on Overwatch. That way, pretty sure any of them that come toward us are going to have to take a double move and won't be able to hit us. And they'll get him closer so he can get up there on the next turn. Mox, on the other hand, can get up here, so we're going to run him on over. We could have grappled, but there's not really a need for it. And we shoot and we miss.
Nicht gut.
The shockwave of that explosion reverberated throughout most of the city. I would expect a significant reaction from the Lost.
The only reaction I will accept from them is their deaths. Find us that exit.
Well, that was a little unfortunate. It looked like one of the Lost got over here and blocked off the bottom of the ladder. So, it looks like we're going to need to move Mox over here so we can get a shot on this guy down here. And hopefully... ah, crap. Well, that's unfortunate. I had line of sight from here, but not over here. Alright, well, we'll deal with it. And we'll start by taking out a couple of these guys over here.
No longer a threat.
And another ability point from getting a height advantage shot.
Target eliminated. Could use some ammo over here.
Alright, she hasn't moved, so she's got no sight at these guys down here, so we're going to go ahead and reload her weapon and put her into Overwatch.
Reloaded.
That way if anybody moves, we can get a shot at them.
Come get some.
Now, Mox had to move, and unfortunately he didn't get line of sight on the one that we wanted him to. But he does have line of sight on the one threatening our trooper over here. So, we'll take him out. And since Mox still has 2 shots left, we'll go ahead and put him into Overwatch. That way, if anybody comes up this ladder while it's vacant, he'll be able to take a shot at him.
Watch order confirmed.
And for him, I hate to do it, but I think I'm going to leave him here for right now, as he can't get up to this roof. And he does have line of sight on 4 of them, so we're going to try and take some more of them out. Not the best chance to hit, but hopefully he gets lucky and gets a few. There's one.
Fehlschuss.
And he misses.
Hab kaum noch Munition.
Oh shit, and there comes some from the other side. Alright, we need to get them up there soon. Two of them climbed up on the roof. We took one down.
Neutralized.
Hopefully Mox takes out the other one. And he misses. So Mox might get hit.
I'm under enemy attack.
That whole area is hotter than
Alright.
I thought.
Well,
Gonna need a little more time.
luckily they missed.
Holding position.
And we'll use our trooper over here to hopefully take them out and clear the way up for the other guy.
Enemy down. Running dry on ammo.
Well, at the very least, the way up is secure for this guy on the ground, so
Das lass ich mir nicht
we're going to run him over and block off that ladder. And hopefully Mox can take out this other guy. %100% chance to hit, and only 1 life, so I think we're going to manage. And we'll reload Mox. Since he didn't move, he still got another action, so we'll put him into Overwatch.
Readings are all over the place.
And just in time, here comes some more.
These laws seem to be pretty sensitive to noise. The sounds of combat are likely to draw even more of them. Think we've got something here. Just need another minute.
You have your minute.
Alright, looks like we're about ready to get out of here. So we'll go ahead and reload and put these guys into Overwatch, just to deal with any more that come running our way from that other direction.
Back online. I'm on it. Waffe geladen. Scanne Gebiet.
Ready weapon.
From the sounds of it, though, there's still at least one, I think, underneath of us down here inside the building. So that could be something we have to deal with when we eventually jump down. Oh, and there's another swarm for us to deal with. Awesome.
Hab ihn erwischt.
route that should get you to the rendezvous point safely. The Lost are still converging on the area, so make it fast.
That will not be a problem.
Alright, right at the end of the street we have our extraction point. We just have to get down there. First we gotta deal with this group of Lost. Now something I would like to mention here, that might not be immediately obvious. A position like I'm in right now, where I'm dealing with the Lost, is very advantageous for a good reason. There is essentially a limitless supply of Lost to kill. When they show up on a mission, they'll basically just keep spawning over and over and over, and you'll never run out of Lost to kill. So, when you're in a position like this where you can get up to a safe area and block off any route they have up there, you can essentially just sit here and farm XP off of these guys for as long as you want. If you're not on a mission timer like I am now, this might be something you want to consider to get some of your troops leveled up. They're up here, they got the ladders blocked off and they're safe, and fortunately, there is no limit to the amount of reloads we can do. So we can just keep reloading and shooting as much as we want while we're up here, and the inexhaustible supply of Lost will allow us to kill as many as we want. They may not be worth as much XP as the Advent soldiers, but thanks to their limitless numbers, we can get as much XP from these guys as we want to. I'm not going to do that now though. That would be extremely boring to watch. So I'm just going to try and clear out this group here as best I can, and then we'll get on over to the extraction point.
Kill confirmed. Ready to go. Affirmative, covering now. Abschuss.
Seeing that we have the higher ground, it would make farming kills quite a bit easier, since we have a bonus to hit everybody. And for those of you wondering about these sorts of bonuses and whatnot that I mentioned, when you select a target to shoot, it actually lists your bonuses and stuff off to the side. For example, on this one, we have a base of 65% chance to hit. Thanks to the height advantage that we presently have, there's an extra 20%. And the range that we're at gives us an extra 11% chance for a grand total of 96% chance to hit. Similar, we would also be shown bonuses to damage and to our crit chance, but we don't have any of those applicable at the moment, so that's something to keep in mind if you ever want to see exactly why you're getting the numbers that you're getting.
Ziel erledigt. Brauche Munition. Abschuss bestätigt. Bereit für den Angriff. Brauche Munition. Muss besser zielen.
Well, unfortunately we missed. Oh well. Mox does not have a shot at the one right down here, so we're going to move him over one.
To that position.
And he still doesn't have a line of sight at that one down there. But we can see this one. And since the Lost are unlike the Purifiers and don't blow up when you kill them, I think this is a great chance to show off his Justice ability, which I mentioned earlier. He fires his grappling hook at the enemy and pulls the enemy toward him, and then delivers a melee strike. So, as you can see here, thanks to the height advantage and the bonus just from this attack, he's got over 100% chance to hit, so we're guaranteed to do it. And he's going to do a base of 4 damage, which will be enough to kill this guy, so it's completely safe to do this. So, here we go.
Justice comes for all.
He yanks the Lost up here, and then strikes him on down.
Live no more.
Alright, from the looks of it, we've got 2 Lost inside down there. So we're going to want to deal with them. I think we're gonna run over here
Holding on target position.
and pop ourselves into Overwatch. Hopefully they'll kind of fall for a little trick and try and get up the ladder over here.
Moving to Overwatch. Dann mal los.
This one will reload and put him into Overwatch.
Na los, zeigt euch.
And we'll do the same thing with Max. We'll reload him and put him into Overwatch as well.
Reinitializing weapon. I stand ready.
Oh, there's 3 of them. And here they come, up the ladder. Hopefully we'll take them both out. Kind of scary looking up close, aren't they?
Bedrohung ausgeschaltet.
There's one. And there goes the other one.
Target neutralized.
Awesome. Okay. Well, there's only one left down there. So let's start working our way over toward the extraction point.
Confirmed.
And we'll deal with him.
Kill confirmed.
Alrighty.
Scanning.
Now, some more are bound to spawn here anytime now, so
Position.
let's get our guys over here into cover and into Overwatch.
Bestätigt. Überwachung läuft.
I go. No trespassers.
One thing you have to be really careful of when you're in these missions with the Lost is, especially when you're not able to get to a safe spot, like up on this roof, you do chew through a lot of ammunition while you're fighting the Lost. And it really sucks if you get to a point where you run out of ammo on all your guys around the same time. So you kind of want to stagger
Affirmative.
their reloading. So you've always got at least a couple people that are able to fire at any given turn.
Got it covered.
But for right now, everybody's got at least a couple shots left, so I think we're safe to move forward and just pop into Overwatch.
Wieder Feuerschutz.
And Mox is full, so alright, we're good. Oh, there's another swarm close by, which means they're probably going to be spawning here in the next turn.
Orders confirmed. Moving out. Begebe mich zur Zielposition.
As you command.
Come get some. Gebe Feuerschutz.
Non-evade detection.
Huh? Here they are, right here at the gate. Oh, that's really close. That's not good. Hopefully we take a couple of them out here with our Overwatch fire.
They won't fight no more.
Yeah, it's a little too close for comfort here. Alright, we're running low on ammo. But we're going to want to
Moving to designated
move back here, put a little distance, and try and take out the closest ones.
target down.
Alright, thanks to that kill, we get a free action, so we killed one and we still get the reload.
We're green to go. Und los geht's.
Alright, he's still got a couple shots left, hopefully we can take out 2 of them. Of course, this one has 4 health, and we could get unlucky with a damage roll and only do 3 damage. Let's cross our fingers and give it a shot.
Feind vernichtet.
Alright, a shot and a kill.
Waffe verschlingt meine Munition.
And we still get to take 1 more shot. And another kill. So, let's go ahead and reload.
Angreifen. Auf geht's.
And we'll move Mox. Now, Mox does still have his grappling hook. And we could get up on top of this here truck, which I think is probably a good idea.
I take
Give him a better view and some bonuses to his chance to hit. So, let's see, you can only see one of them. So, we'll go ahead and try and take him out. And then we'll put him into Overwatch. And I think there's only one or two left over here. So, hopefully his last shot could potentially clear him out for good.
I will not waver.
And an excellent shot. Alright, that looked like the end of them, so we're going to move on down here to the extraction point.
Okay. Begebe mich zum Ziel.
I move. I must reload.
And we'll reload Max. And we'll move our other two into the extraction zone.
Rücke zur Zielposition vor.
Alright, that's the end of this part of the mission. So, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. And when we come back in our next episode, we'll see what happens in the meeting between the Reapers and the Skirmishers. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. And if you want to be notified of whenever I release new content, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and you'll get those notifications. I shall see you all in the next video. And until then, you all have a wonderful day.